What is up, YouTube? Welcome to a new Brawl Stars video. Now today, guys, is episode 2 of the Throwback Thursday Series, a series where we go back in time to remember an era of Brawl Stars that you may or may not have witnessed while you've been playing Brawl Stars. Now, if you have not watched episode 1 of the series, I will leave it down in the description below next to the like button. That way you can check it out. But that was episode 1. This is episode 2. So let's get right into it. Now, today is June 17th, 2021 on a Thursday. Now, Brawl Stars was released in June 15th, 2017. But if we look at the calendar of 2017, Brawl Stars was actually released on a Thursday, which is why I feel it is more meaning to actually put this video out on a Thursday. Now, when Brawl Stars first came out, I had been watching the YouTuber tournament that they held in Helsinki where they first showed Brawl Stars, and the next day you could play it on iOS. It was only available on iOS, and you could only get it if you were in Canada. So many people across the world, we all migrated to Canada. All of us migrated to Canada, and we downloaded Brawl Stars. Now, back in 2017, iOS 11 was the first iOS version that actually let you screen record. Before, there was no native screen recording on iOS, and Android was pretty much, well, Brawl Stars wasn't on Android, so you couldn't use an Android device to play Brawl Stars or get, any type of screen recording, unless you kind of like did one of these and recorded. Nobody does that though. Nobody records their phone with another phone unless they have two phones. But back then, iOS 11, there was no screen recording, so I had decided to use a third-party screen recorder to actually record Brawl Stars. Now, it was about like 12, I think it was like June 6th. It was really going into the next day, but it was like 1 in the morning. I decided to record, and I had just started playing, and I had unlocked Bo. Now, back then, Bo was an epic brawler. He's not a trophy road brawler like he is today, but back then, Bo was an epic brawler. Not that many people had him, and not even that many people knew how to play him. Me, I was definitely one of those persons who did not know how to play Bo. And as you guys can see, the gameplay right here is the first gameplay I actually think I ever really did. Now, back then, guys, Brawl Stars was a Western theme game. It had 3v3 modes and 1 solo mode, which was shown. And the 3v3 modes were Gem Grab, Heist, and Bounty. That was it. That was all you had. There was no Brawl Ball yet. There was no Hot Zone. There was nothing that we have currently today. And that's what you had. You also had a mode where you could actually get double XP. Now, XP in Brawl Stars is really just, nobody really cares about XP unless you're AI. Now, as you guys can see, Brawl Stars was in portrait, and it didn't have the red shooting joystick that it has today. Back then, you actually used tap to shoot. So wherever you tapped on your phone, that's where you were gonna shoot. And for my gameplay, because I've always played with joystick, there's the joystick, but they used to actually be a different alternative to moving around, which was, it's called tap to move. And I mean, crazy part, Ryan actually said that he played with tap to move, which I found it very interesting, because he said some brawlers he would play with tap to move and some others he'd play with joystick. Me, I couldn't get my head around it. I don't know what brawlers he would play with tap to move, but tap to move, I mean, phones back then in 2017, it was like iPhone. The iPhone 10 had just, it didn't even come out yet. That was the biggest phone back then. And phones back then, oh man, they were so small. They were so small. So playing Brawl Stars on a device like that, I just can't get my head around it. Now, that was a different time and a different era, back when Brawl Stars was first in beta and it was Western theme in portrait. Let me know in the comments, when did you actually start playing Brawl Stars? Did you start playing Brawl Stars when it got globally released? If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.